Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fudd Around and Find Out. I'm here with my girl Ashanti. Hey Ashanti.
Hey guys. Hi. I'm really excited. We have a special guest, and I'm really looking forward to jumping right into what we're talking about today.
Me too, so let's get into it. Today our special guest is the one and only Gabby Williams. Hey.
So Gabby, we recently just saw that you were in LA for the ESPN WNBA draft lottery. What was that like?
That was exciting. I'm like really wondering how Izzy's going to play this year. You know, I mean, I want you to have a great season, but not too good. I mean, like, if you want to, I don't know. Yeah, like, I'm wishing for another national championship, but if you want to go post top 2, that would be really cool. I don't know.
I have a say in any of that.
So how'd you get chosen to represent your team?
I was actually already in LA, rehabbing my knee. And I've kind of just been around all offseason. I've been kind of like the only one there. Me and our video person, we've kind of been joking around like, I wonder if everyone's kind of sick of me. Like I've been the only person kind of in Seattle. So I've just doing all the media and PR, just been bored and just felt right to do the draft lottery.
Okay. You were looking very stylish. Let's
Definitely
talk about your fit.
Yeah, I've been name dropping her all for the last 24 hours, but a friend of mine, Sasha Colby, I was freaking out because they asked me to do the lottery last second. And I was like, oh, I'm packing to like go to Turkey and trying to get ready to go overseas. So I'm already stressed out of my mind. And I was like, now I have to find an outfit for this thing. And she was like, just come over. I have 5 million things you can wear.
Wait, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you looked great.
Thank you.
You always do.
Thank you. Well, she did me right. I don't think anyone can look bad in a Sasha Colby fit. So
you better go ahead. You better big Sasha up.
Did you actually do your own makeup?
I did. I got touched up a little bit. Like I didn't do my own lashes and stuff. And then one of the makeup artists there gave me like a little hint on how to do, like a little tip on how to do my blush.
Your makeup looked so good. I was impressed.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wait, drop the tip. Help us.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the new trend now is everyone trying to do blush. And I was like, I can't get it right. And she was like, girl, you're using the wrong color. But I've been doing my makeup myself forever. I did it for like draft day. I've done it for like any event. I don't do it for like a lot of photo shoots because they usually have like a specific thing they want. But any kind of event, I usually do my own.
Wait, draft day, like when you were drafted back in 2018?
Yeah.
So let's break down the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Dallas. Obviously, reunion with Paige, new coach, new facility. Exciting. And she's like, I have no notes.
Right.
Number 2, Minnesota. I feel like UConn is everywhere. Like every single team, there's a UConn player. Fee obviously leading the charge over for number 2. And then Seattle, number 3. Any what do you gotta say? How you feeling about number 3?
Like I said, easy.
No.
No, honestly, I was really happy with top 3. I was like, okay, as long as we get top 3, maybe it'll just be a sign that I'm not like bad luck for the Storm at least. But this draft class is so talented. I think the most talented that we've seen in a really long time as far as just like depth, And so I think all the lottery picks, everyone's going to kind of be a steal.
There's a competition out there.
All right. Anyways, enough draft talk. enough draft talk. Gabby, how are you enjoying your off season?
It's been fun. This is my first kind of off season in 3 years. For the last 3 years, I've just been constant go, go, go. Like just go from one team overseas to national team to WNBA. But I really just needed it health-wise. And this is kind of like the best physically I've felt in a really long time and mentally, honestly. So it's been really nice just to reset.
That's amazing. So what was the first thing you did when the W season ended? Did you have a fun trip planned? Did you have like anything just to reset and relax and unwind?
I kind of like went into, what is it called? Like I went to a coma. I don't know if coma is the right word, but I just kind of like
She hibernated, you guys.
I
She
hibernated. That's a better word. That's what I was
I
talking about.
want to do a
Hibernated.
coma.
No, I also just woke up. Hibernated is a better word. I like turned my phone off. I was not responding to any messages, any calls. I was just like in my apartment. I just slept and kind of, yeah, I just needed to rest. I had no trips planned. I had nothing but just like rest and relaxation planned.
Good.
Mhm.
Definitely need that.
Azzi, you know about that. No phone, no text, no nothing.
Yeah, that's me most days, not just postseason.
I know. My friends were like, "Do you hate me? What happened?" I was like, "No, I just."
Now you need
cannot
that. You
respond
need
to
that
anything
me
right now.
time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gabby, I also saw that you recently met Adam Sandler. He is one of my favorite
Mhm.
actors. What was that like?
He's even sweeter and nicer than you can imagine. I was like so happy that he was just as good of a person as we all imagine him to be. Obviously, I don't know him personally. Like I only spent like kind of one day with him, but I mean, he invited us to his show, took us backstage, talked to us. He was just so normal and easy to talk to. And I was just like, oh, I'm just glad you're exactly how I would imagine you to be. Just like so sweet and personable.
Mhm.
And he was traveling with all his friends too, like Nick Kroll and David Spade and Rob Schneider. Like everybody was there, Kevin Spade,
Wow.
and they were all just
That's incredible.
sweet. Yeah.
Wait, that's amazing. That
That's
is so cool. I
Mhm.
want to meet him so bad.
I'm sure you will. He literally just, every city he goes to, he just finds a gym to just go hoop in, apparently. And so
I
I
love
bet
that
you will
so
cross paths with
much.
him one day.
I feel like it's always so random. Like it'll be a bunch of like hoopers, pro hoopers sometimes, and then it's like Adam Sandler.
Well, our
I love that
GM
for
was
him.
laughing. She was like, because it was me, Adam Sandler, and Jamal Crawford on a team.
Like,
And she was like, that sounds like the beginning of a joke. Like Jamal Crawford, Gabby Williams, and Adam Sandler walk into a bar. Like,
oh my goodness. So, Gabby, the fans on social media have been referring to you as evil Azzi. Azzi seems to support this by reposting on TikTok. How do you feel about that?
I love it. I honestly love it. I like being the evil one too. I don't think Marine loves being the evil Paige, but I do love being the evil Azzi.
Wait, where did that start? I don't know where it started, but it had me dying.
The first time I saw it, I don't know if it's how it started, was Colleen, actually a manager from UConn.
Esty.
Shout out to Colleen. Yeah. She
Shout
sent me
out
a
Colleen.
screenshot. Yeah, shout out Colleen. She sent me a screenshot of like the evil Paige tweet, and I was cracking up. And she works for the Storm now. And she she just showed it to me the next day, and she was like, "This is hilarious. I'm gonna start calling her this." So.
Bro, those people are so creative and just, I don't know, some of the
Funny.
stuff they say, yes.
They funny.
Out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Very much so. Let's talk about your youth and your upbringing. So all of us are multi-sport athletes. Gabby, you used to high jump. Can you talk about your high jumping experience and what like that brings or teaches you about basketball?
Yeah, when I was younger, I always just wanted to try a different sport outside of basketball. And that was like a big no-no in my family. And I was finally just like it's like, okay, this one I think I can just get away with. It was really just for fun and just to like do something. I think I had tried it in like PE one time in middle school. And and yeah, just found a passion for it. It was fun because like your biggest competitor is kind of yourself. You know, you're just always trying to best yourself. And I think that like translated to the basketball side of things. It made me love like working out on my own a bit more, which I wasn't really doing before I was high jumping. But yeah, just kind of like learning how to be your biggest motivator, be your biggest kind of reason, and just kind of always just like focusing on yourself and how can I be a better version of me.
Okay, I'm inspired, girl. Azzi, you played flag football. How did some of the things from flag football translate for you in basketball?
Well, I also ran track, leading up into, I guess my sophomore year was the last year I did it because then I got hurt and then it was COVID. It's like my last 2 years I didn't get to, but I would agree with everything Gabby just said. But it also made me, because it was such like an individualized, as much as it was a team sport, like I did relays, it is very individualized. So it made me appreciate when I played basketball and had all my teammates because they just make it so much more fun. Wait, Gabby, what other events did you do?
I did the heptathlon. So it's like the
Oh
7
my
event, like 2-day. Yeah. I did have tap
Straight
on, and
athlete.
I was also a hurdler. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dang.
But yeah, I agree with you too that it did make me appreciate my teammates more. I was like, okay, I missed because I was in college, I was between track and basketball, and I was like, okay, I'm glad I got to enjoy college, especially like in a team atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. I did high jump in middle school, and then I lost all of my bunnies. So yeah, that's about as far as I got.
Yes, that's not true. Just had like 8 rebounds this last game, you know.
Okay.
All right, come on, career high.
Come on.
Okay. We're going to make that a norm, though. Just wait.
I love it. I know that's right. And we will be holding you accountable.
Please do. Gabby, you tore your ACL in high school and came back even stronger. What helped you get through that mentally?
Again, I think it was like, okay, now I was focused just like on the process, I think. I was focused on, I had a really good trainer with me, luckily. And that became like my new competition. And like that became my new way to kind of get my competitiveness out since I wasn't, playing sports. But just like, okay, I'm going to get 2 degrees better today, or I'm going to get a little bit stronger today, or get a little bit faster on like the ladder or the cones. And so it kind of, made me enjoy the process of just like working out and training and getting better and learning things about my body. And I think it helped me kind of today, and has allowed me to like stay like as athletic today, because I've gotten to learn all these things so young about like what it takes to work out, to keep your body healthy, like just maintenance. I'm sure like you can relate, having like so many injuries so young. You learn these things a lot earlier than like most pro athletes do.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great mindset to have. Makes it easier.
Well, I'm sure like you're kind of forced to have this mindset too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, okay, so that was high school, and then you ended up at UConn. I want to know what your recruitment process was like, and then why you chose UConn.
Yeah, I was being very stubborn about track for the longest, and I was dead set on doing both for a really long time. I think the only school that didn't accept it was Oregon, because their track program is like so serious. But even like UConn, even coach was ready for me to do both. When I came on my visit, I met with like the high jump coach and Coach Oriema. And then I tore my ACL again and had to miss track season. And so I had done 2 years without track, and it just kind of naturally happened that I was going to only do basketball.
Wait, that's really cool that he was going to let you do both. I definitely would have not guessed that.
Everybody was shocked. Even we were shocked, because we were like, okay, that'll kind of make the recruitment process easier because we'll eliminate like more schools that way. But everyone was like kind of cool with it. Coach was, he was cool with it, but I think he was very, very happy when I went the basketball only route. He was like, yeah, that probably wasn't going to work, but
for sure.
Yeah.
It worked out how it was supposed to.
Yeah. And I think he knew deep down that I was only going to do basketball once I got to UConn.
Bro, if you had any energy left to go through a whole track season after basketball season, I don't know how you would have done it.
Yeah. And I think coach knew that. I think coach knew that I was being over ambitious.
I feel like track is safe. If you think about it, it's not contact, not likely to, get hurt compared to other sports. So they're probably more likely to let you do something like that. And you're going to be in shape. So it translates, hopefully, to the court.
That's a great point, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to join the wrestling team or something, he's probably not going to go for that.
Right.
Gabby, you were known for your defense, WBCA Defensive Player of the Year. What's the mindset that made you so elite on that end?
I think I didn't realize how good of a defender I should have been until I got to UConn. Because I was humbled, obviously, as you are when you come to UConn. And obviously, like, I was a good defender in high school just because I was more athletic than people, but I wasn't really, focused on defense. And then at UConn, I was like, okay, this is actually what's going to get me playing time. Like I did not expect coming into UConn and like rebounding and defense was going to be what got me playing time. Like those were things I never ever focused on growing up. So I was like, okay, well, if I want to get in the court, I need to really like dive into these things, or, you know, like I need to find a reason for coach to put me on the court. And that was kind of it.
No, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And he still says stuff like that too. So it's very true.
Oh, really? I'm not surprised.
You're also only one of 5 players in UConn history with a triple-double. What was going through your mind that game? Like, did you think you were going to get that? Was that, I don't know. I can't even get a double-double.
You were so close.
Yeah,
you were so close.
I'm not surprised. Well, you know, it's hard at UConn because you never know when you're going to play 40 minutes or 17 because you're up by, you know, a lot. And I think thanks to, you know, the excellence that we have at UConn, we don't have to play 30 something minutes a game. And so you never know when you're going to have like these games where it's close enough that you're going to be in that much, you know, to kind of, and you know how it is. Like you're not at all focused on individual accolades when you're there. Also because you are winning most games by like 20, 30 points. And also it's just like not important at all, like when you're there. But I do think that coach likes allowing us to get these kinds of little achievements as well, because he knows how important it is and how much it means to like our legacies and how special those moments are to like celebrate with your teammates. But I remember like the thing I remember the most is just at the bench going crazy. And I think that's the thing I miss the most about playing for UConn is just like, yeah, the energy and excitement from your teammates and just how everyone hypes everybody up all the time. It's just something that like I haven't had since UConn. And I think UConn is the only school that I really see hyping. You know how important the bench culture is and just like the team cultures at UConn. So you just don't see that anywhere else in college or in pro.
Yeah, you really, the individualized accolades, any of that is so not important here. But I think that makes just the environment that much more special.
Yeah.
When you can share everything.
Yeah.
And those bench celebrations go crazy.
Yeah.
Gabby, you were you went from 6th player of the year to a starter leading the team. What kept you patient and motivated while you were waiting for your moment?
Yeah, like I said earlier, any kind of playing time on the court, I was always like very thankful for, especially in those early years. Getting 6th player of the year, I think I was a freshman. I don't know, freshman, sophomore, but I remember just not expecting it at all because I was barely getting any playing time at the beginning of the year. Like I needed to get humbled when I got there and learn what it really meant to be like, you know, just disciplined, I guess is the word. And so again, yeah, that's not why you're like doing those things, but when you get those kind of individual accolades, it does feel really good. In that UConn environment, because it's like, oh, everything is so difficult and hard and you're in such a pressure cooker. So it's like, oh, okay, like I am able to thrive in this environment, you know, like, cause he has to kind of beat you down before he builds you back up. And I think getting like those little accolades is him building me back up, getting playing time, showing that he has trust in me, showing myself that I can trust myself into, a starter role and having more responsibilities.
That's beautiful. It's molding you.
For sure.
So while you're at UConn, you played with, some UConn greats, some in general basketball greats. You were there with Stewie, Lou, Fee. What did you learn from being able to play with them and just, having them with you?
I think just I had to learn what it meant to be like a great teammate, especially, and see that kind of these players who I thought could do no wrong, who I thought were like the most talented and skilled basketball players I'd ever seen, but watching how they were equally just as great teammates, I think was huge for me. It was just like, okay, because then in your pro career, and even at UConn, you come across amazing players, but they don't quite succeed or they don't become winners because they don't have the teammate aspect as well. So watching, everyone I played with is still some of my best friends, some of my sisters, even like 10 years later. And, just realizing how important that aspect of being an all-time great is.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have such a unique experience at UConn, and that would make sense why you guys bond the way you do. And then 10 plus years later, you guys still are connected. Like, all the things I've heard, there's no place like it.
Yeah, it's very easy to connect with UConn players because, like you said, you just instantly know kind of what that person's gone through already. And you also share very similar, unique experiences and also, I mean, he recruits certain kinds of people. He recruits good people too. So it's very easy to connect with UConn people.
Yes. Coach Gino, as we mentioned, is known for pushing players hard. Do you have any fun Coach Gino or interesting Coach Gino stories?
Oh man, I don't know
that you can share.
I can say. Ones I can say.
Or it could be a CD story.
I have a bunch of CD stories. I remember trying to. I'm still like kind of traumatized by this. Like I think about it, my eye twitches. I'm like, I remember like there's always moments where you had to challenge coach too. You know, like sometimes he wanted it to be kind of us versus him. Like he wanted us to come together. He wanted us to like not always just, kind of lay down and take whatever. And I remember my senior year, we were having like a very rough stretch. We were still winning games, but that doesn't matter at UConn, like whatever. And we were doing a drill where he would like yank a practice player off because he was like, you can't play 5-on-5. Okay, play 5-on-4. And then we would turn the ball over. So, okay, play 5-on-3, you know, and those are moments where coach would like want to challenge you, you know. I got that moment completely wrong. It was not the time to challenge coach. And I was actually usually like, okay with it. So I think we got down to like 5-on-2. And I was like, no, come on, like Pete, Ryan. And I was calling the practice players. I was like, no, we can do it. Like go 5-on-5. And I was like, come on, like guys, get our shit together. And I started like yelling at my teammates. I was like, get our shit together. We're going to go 5-on-5. We're going to do this. And I was thinking coach is going to be like, yeah, Gab, that's it. And he goes, what the hell are you doing? And this was my senior year too. And like coach usually trusted me. Like in this moment, he was usually allowing me to challenge him in these kinds of things and like fight back. Was not the moment. Yeah. And he was like, who do you think you are? Like, I said 5-on-2. Like, I was like, sorry, everybody. I just pissed him off more. Oops.
Wait, that's so funny. Because I feel like it is very hit or miss. Like, it's hard to read that fine line of like, oh, he wants you to stand up to him, or like, okay, actually listen to him this time.
Yeah. Was not the moment.
That is so funny. Yeah, I'm not even going to tell my story. Okay. Yeah, that's funny. I'm going to leave it at that.
What? You can definitely tell your story.
Okay, what am I going to ask now instead? What would you say your senior year was like preparing for that transition to the W? Like, what do you think helped you the most? And what tips would you give me?
I remember everyone saying like how they want to recruit UConn kids because they're already like pretty pro ready. I remember like we were talking to Paige about this at All Star, just like how different it is, just like the phones in the locker room, the not running to a timeout, the like walking during warm-ups when you become pro, just like all those little things that are just so weird to kind of UConn kids at first. So I guess like the tips I would give you is just to like keep those as long as you possibly can because they do make a huge difference. And we're talking to like Sue about this on her podcast about how last year during the Olympics, I finally had time to like be in training camp a long time with the national team. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat this like I was treated at UConn. I was like, if you're on the sideline, you're going to clap. I remember even like yelling at our coaches because our coaches were like not paying attention during practice. I was like, clap. Like we're running sprints. Like you need to be just as engaged as we are. I was yelling at my teammates, like, you know, like you need to touch hands when you get off the sideline or whatever. Everyone needs to be talking. Everyone needs to be this. And I think it like really paid off. And just seeing how just a little, like an ounce of UConn culture can go a long way. And I think it's allowed me to just have like a long career as well. Professionally, I think this is year 8. And I think it's allowed me to stay on the league. It's allowed me to get contracts, just like keeping just these little UConn nuances as long as I can.
That's amazing. Doing the little things the right way go a long way.
They really do. And you'll see when you go pro that it's not instilled in everyone the way you might think it is. So keep that as long as you can.
Coach reminds us all the time that we are in a bubble here and no other program in college, outside of college is like this. And I feel like that's just something that we don't really realize until we're thrown into whatever environment we're in next, just because that's the standard here. It's what we're used to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing else but that.
I love that you brought that to your national team. That's so cool.
Tried to. Tried my best. I mean, it's he's been doing it for 40 years. Like, it's not something that you do overnight. But like I said, if I could just bring a little bit to it, I think it goes such a long way.
So let's talk now a little bit about your WNBA. Like, you're preparing to go into the draft, right? Those weeks or those nights leading up to that. Can you talk to us a little bit about that process?
Weeks. She probably got like 4 days.
Yeah.
My bad, girls who played to April. So the couple of days leading up to the draft that you have.
Well, it was hard because that year we had lost on another overtime freaking buzzer beater. And I remember just like, it was kind of like an out of body experience. Just like, okay, you come to realization that you've just played your last UConn game, that you ended on an L, which is the worst feeling ever. And I remember just like feeling kind of weird before the draft. Just like, okay, it's over. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't quite ready for the next step in that way. But as soon as, I started looking at outfits, we didn't have NILs, back then. So it was like, I started getting like kind of free things. I started getting like some jewelry for the draft. I'd hired my agent and started seeing like how cool life could look like as a pro in just like a few days, like having an agent and then doing all these things, inviting family out, having your outfit ready, picking a stylist, having your hair done. Like you never had these things for UConn because they were all illegal. And then I was like, okay, like you see the light at the end of the tunnel, like, okay, my life's going to be a kind of more fun, not more fun, but like you start to see like everything that you've worked for just in like that quick weekend.
What was your welcome to the W moment?
Maya Moore scored 5 million points on me when I was playing in Chicago. Yeah.
Ooh.
I had never, I mean,
that's kind of cool though.
I was going to say legendary.
Again, I would say it was a welcome to the W moment because that first half, I felt like we were guarding her pretty well. And I was like, okay, I can guard Maya Moore. Like, hell yeah. As soon as I said that to myself, yeah. Like, it was just step back 3, like bullying me to the basket, just taking my ankles from me, just everything she did on me. She must have had 12 highlights and they were all on me. Like, she could have had a whole N1 mixtape and it was just Gabby Williams.
Oh, no.
And because the first half, I remember she kind of struggled. In the second half, I think she literally scored like 20-something in the second half and finished with 30-something. And I was like, never think that you've figured someone out, never, especially Maya Moore.
So you remember what it's like being a rookie.
Yeah.
What advice would you give Azzi when she gets to her rookie year at the Dub?
Like I said, just don't lose a lot of the things that have been instilled in you at UConn. Like they're gonna go a long way. I remember, I mean, I'm not sure where you're gonna land, but when you're a lottery pick, more than likely you're gonna land on a team that's not used to like winning as much. And it's going to be like, it was definitely a culture shock for me. Just like everyone was so okay with losing, which was so weird. And I would say like, don't fall into that for sure. Unless you go number 3 and end up to somewhere that's not a losing culture.
Oh my gosh.
Who knows? But if you go anywhere else, you happen to go to a team that's, not really fending for playoffs, do not let like that mindset contaminate you, I guess, or like be contagious, because it can be very easy to just like fall into that.
Well, how did you find that middle ground of like not being okay with losing but not holding on to those losses? Because you guys have such a like quick turnaround to games. You can't be so upset about those last 3 losses.
Well, the pace was a lot slower when I first came into the league. We weren't playing like as many games as we play now, and we were still like flying commercials, so you couldn't have the back-to-backs and stuff. I remember just like trying to keep my head above water my rookie year. No one had any idea what to do with me. Like, I mean, coach had used me in such a specific way to UConn that kind of worked only at UConn because of like the way we ran offense, the way everyone was just like read each other and played off each other. That wasn't really going to like translate to a WNBA team. That wasn't as used to playing together, wasn't as disciplined. And so I remember just like trying to keep my head afloat, and the wins and losses were just like, yeah, it seemed very clear that no one was like set on making playoffs too, which was weird. I was just like, okay, I don't think anyone really cares if we don't make playoffs, which was weird. I was like, y'all aren't mad about this? Like, no one's upset. So I just remember just trying to keep my head above water and just like figure things out myself.
Okay, so you've talked a little bit about playing for your national team. How did you decide to play for the French national team instead of the U.S. team?
I remember in college, someone brought it up to me. It was like I don't want to say who it is. Someone brought it up to me. I remember I was taking like a French history course or something, and she was like, "Wait, are you French?" Like, because I was like, "Yeah, I can speak French." Blah blah blah. She's like, "Do you have dual citizenship?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess I never really thought about even like pursuing it." And so they put it in my head, and then I just reached out to the national team, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you could totally play like with your heritage and stuff." But at that time they weren't really like feeling me yet. And so, cause I was still in college, I think they were just kind of like, who is this? Cause I remember like watching the Olympics in 2012 and like knowing, and at that time I was spending a lot of time with my grandma who's French. So I was pretty like, in tune in my French culture at that point. And I was like, okay, that just kind of, I didn't know it was possible. So I was kind of just like fantasizing about it, just like, wow, what if I played for France? But I never thought that it was something that could actually become real. I thought I would just have to go the USA route. And then once I learned that it was kind of possible, yeah, I reached out, and they didn't really hit me back for years, honestly. Like we would have like conversations because I was playing in France too. And I'd met the national team coach, like introduced myself. She came to like one of our games. I talked to like a few people from the federation. I thought about like going the 3-on-3 route. And they were interested and they weren't, and then they were interested and they weren't. And then I ended up having like a great season in EuroLeague to the point where like they couldn't deny me anymore, I guess. Like it became a topic of like, they'd be asking me like, why isn't Gabby on the national team? So yeah, it was actually mostly thanks to my team in Hungary that I played for the national team, because they really put me in a position to like be successful in EuroLeague and kind of put my name on the map in Europe and prove that I can be a great European player.
Wow, I can't believe they didn't just jump on that immediately when you reached out. That's shocking.
Yeah, it's different. It's just different out there. They don't view the NCAA the same way we do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you made yourself undeniable. And you ended up missing the whole 2021 WNBA season to play for France. That's a huge statement. What made you make that decision?
Things weren't going great for me in Chicago as it was. I think like it was just like it was very obvious that it wasn't the right fit. And I was honest with them, like even before draft night, they like called me like, "Oh, we heard that you have a French passport." And I was like, yeah, don't draft me if that's going to be a problem. And they still drafted me, and it became a problem. But I was always very open and honest that if I ever got called to the national team, that I would go. It was something that was always just like a huge priority for me. I mean, playing for your national team is just different than pro. It's just like a legacy that you kind of just want to leave, and an opportunity to play in the Olympics. There was no way that I was going to give anything up for that.
What was it like being a first-time All-Star?
Oh, that was so fun. It was such a fun weekend. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting them to allow Seattle have 3 All-Stars as well. I think like I came into the season like in really, really great shape, kind of from like, I had just come from Turkey. And so just seeing that finally be able to kind of translate to the WNBA side just felt awesome, you know. It was a lot of fun. Again, like seeing my family's reaction to it, my friends' reaction to it was cool. Getting to spend that weekend like just with you and all like the UConn people that were there as well that like showed up. It was really cool.
It was definitely a fun weekend from the outside perspective. So being an actual All-Star, I can't imagine how much fun that was.
It was cool. I mean, there were so many UConn people too as well, and just like even the old teammates, old roommates. So it's kind of cool to like spend those moments with them.
So Gabby, you mentioned you're getting ready to go to Turkey. Are you about to go play again? No more rest?
No more rest. No more rest. No, I had come to this agreement with, I play for Fenerbahce in Istanbul, Turkey, and it was pretty like, I already had a lot of wear and tear on my body even before then. I did the Olympics, came back, played the end of the season with Seattle. I got about 2 days, went right to play the Super Cup in Istanbul. Yeah. And so and they were well aware of it. They knew that I was going to need rest at some point. So they were lucky enough to, you know, allow me to get some things done for my knee that I really need to get done so that I can be like the best player I can be for them this season. I think it was very obvious by the way I looked at the end of this W season that everyone was like, "Why are you limping?" I was like, "I've been limping." I've been limping. This is nothing new. So I think everyone knew that this break was going to be necessary. And I think mentally too, just giving me wanting to be excited to go back versus just like, oh, okay, I only have a couple of days. Just being like, okay, now I'm getting antsy to kind of play again.
Okay, well, good luck. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I was going to say, if you got more rest, come to a UConn game.
I know I need to. That Euro seasons, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same calendar. If I remember, I wake everyone up. My mom was in Istanbul during the national championship last year during the Final Four. And I was like, we're staying up for this game. I don't care. I made her watch it with me.
It's a real one right there.
Dedicated.
I think it started at like 1 a.m. I was like, we're watching this. I do that every Final Four. I'll stay up. Yep.
Oh.
That's love.
That really is. It's time to pivot. We have some fan questions.
Oh.
You're a real popular girl.
Yes. I think over 500 questions were submitted. So
what?
Yes.
Obviously, we're not asking 500. We only picked some of them, but there were a lot. People want to know a lot of things about you.
Wait, can I say one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Courtney Williams asked one, and I think that should be the first question. Gabby, why you so fine, girl?
Courtney, when are you gonna leave me alone? God, I'm so sick of it. Leave me alone.
All right, next question. So I've heard from some special source that you have a lot of hobbies, some including DJing, Beyblade battles on the plane, watching anime. How do you have time to have these hobbies outside of basketball? I guess Beyblade battles on the plane, kind of, that one's self-explanatory. I'm interested to know how that came about.
Facts.
sometimes I like realize that I have adult money now.
Mm.
And, you know,
And free will, adult money and free will.
adult money and free will. That was a big one. I was like, I can just buy whatever Beyblades I want now. I don't have to ask my mom for them. Like, you know, like. So I bought all the Beyblade X's that I wanted and got back into it. My little brother was so into them, like so into them when we were little. And so then when I remember he came to visit me and he was like, oh, this is this one and this one. Oh, this is Pegasus and you have Beyblade. Like, so he was like, we got into it and we were just playing with my brothers and my niece the whole time they're in Seattle. And yeah, same with DJing. I was like, I'm just very, sometimes I randomly just learn that I have adult money and can do what I want sometimes. And those are two things I just kind of were born of it.
Did you get like I don't even know what it's called, like the DJ, like the little
like
mixer thingy?
Well, I had brought it up that I had been wanting to do it for like a really long time. And I just didn't, I was like, I don't know. And then Maureen got me one, I think for like Christmas or my birthday or something. She got me like the controller. And I was like, all right, this is a good idea. I should do this. Ended up
You gotta
being
send
really,
some
really
of your
fun.
mixes.
What's your
I'd
DJ
love to.
name?
I'll come do it. We don't have one yet. My pinky's broken. And so it was really funny. Like whenever I would DJ, you can always see like my pinky like this. So you're like, we should just call me Pinky. I like DJ Pinky or something. I think it's stupid, but I'll find a name.
We need DJ Pinky to come perform at Ted's.
DJ Pinky. So you're also into anime.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get into that?
That's been forever. That was before I knew it was like anime, you know? They were just like, they were just the cartoons that I came home and watched at 3:00 when I got home from school, just like sprinting because Yu-Gi-Oh started at 3:30, you know? So sprinting home from the bus stop so I could be in front of the TV in time. Mm-hmm. So I think Yu-Gi-Oh was like the biggest one that got me into it. Inuyasha was also one because
yes,
yeah,
I used to watch that.
Yeah. Remember, it used to be on Adult Swim.
100%, and it used to come on at all kinds of hours, and I'm like, all right.
So I remember being like, "Ooh, this is like the bad thing I'm gonna watch, and my parents don't know what I'm watching." Like, and it was midnight, like, and I was
an elevated cartoon about like going around killing and saving people. Like, okay,
right. And I just remember being up on when it wasn't a school night. I got to like watch Inuyasha late at night, and then cool. Again learning that I had free will in college, and I was like, oh, I can just go back and rewatch all the Sailor Moon episodes. Like I can just go back and watch all the Dragon Ball Z and just like And then of course you start to find like the anime community that puts you on to. Mm-hmm. You know, oh, if you like this, you should watch this, and then you just get down a rabbit hole that you can't escape.
What's your favorite right now?
I'm watching Gacha Kuda right now. Love Chainsaw Man. This is controversial because of the fan service, but I do love Fire Force. I don't agree with the fan service, but I do love Fire Force. Yeah.
These are all anime names?
Mm-hmm. And she's like, girl, what are you talking about?
I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's an elevated cartoon.
Okay, I might have to watch an episode.
Don't call it a cartoon, though. The community is real serious.
Right.
Start with Naruto.
Okay. I've heard of Dragon Ball Z or something.
Yes. Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh! Easy.
Yeah, Naruto too. Naruto is the one I watched a lot as a kid. That was on, I think it was on Nickelodeon all the time, but yeah.
Now some of these are on Netflix and stuff, so accessible.
Yeah, there's a lot of Netflix originals. I have a tattoo of a Netflix original that's really, really good. Don't start with that one. It's called Devilman Crybaby. I think you need to, if you start with that one, you're going to be put off from anime for a long time. Like, it's
not traumatized.
You're going to be traumatized. Yeah. Don't start with that.
All right, I got to start.
It is definitely one of my favorites.
Okay, speaking of your tattoos, what's your favorite tattoo?
I really like my anime ones. Yeah, I like my anime ones. I have...
How many anime ones do you have?
Let's see. I have 2 from Spirited Away. I don't know. You've probably seen Spirited Away. It's like not that.
Yes, it's so good.
That's the movie you should watch. That's one you can start with for sure. Azzi.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
It's a movie. It's cute. There's horses. Okay.
Yeah, it's like beautiful to watch too, like the animation. But yeah, I like my spirit. I get a lot of compliments on my no face tattoo. I have one from Attack on Titan on my arm that's like that I love. I just love,
Girl,
love
you
the
are
artwork
really,
of it.
you are really into anime, and I love this.
Yeah, I have more. I have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on my ribs, and I love how that one looks too. Yeah, all my anime ones I think are the coolest. I have Devilman Crybaby on my knee. I have another Spirited Away one. I'm probably gonna get more anime ones, but yeah.
What was the first tattoo you ever got?
I got a matching one on my shoulder with my sister. I'm from Reno. Shout out to 775. And we like to get our tattoos in people's kitchens and garages. And we like to find whoever has a tattoo gun or knows an artist.
Oh gosh.
And so yeah, I got my first tattoo in my friend's kitchen at 14. And then when I got to UConn, we weren't allowed. I think you guys can have tattoos visible now, right? But
yeah. No, I remember watching you play and my whole family was convinced that you had some sort of shoulder injury.
Yeah. For 4 years, the same one.
Yeah.
And they're like, what kind of injury, like, does that kind of tape help? Like,
listen, I wasn't asking questions. I was like, oh, it's like, just a sore, right? I don't know.
I remember, like, CD, I probably put her through hell, like, my first 2 weeks of UConn, like, because, you know, CD also has a lot of rules of, like, she didn't like wearing shirts under jerseys. Because I heard, like, the no tattoo rule, and I was like, oh, that's fine. Like, I wear a long sleeve under my jersey, like I did in high school anyways. I was like, oh, I'll just wear a shirt under. CD was like, oh, that's even worse than the tattoo. And I was like, okay. We tried to, like, cut the shirt a certain way, which looked horrible. We tried to put makeup on it. And she didn't want regular tape because she was like, the only thing I hate more than a tattoo is tape covering up a tattoo. Like, she thought it looked tacky. And I was like, okay, CD, just CD, you know?
Yeah.
And so CD. I think like 5 games into the season, after trying different things, we finally settled on Kinesio tape because it looked, like an injury. And then it became a part of my pregame routine, like cutting the tape properly, getting the trainer to put it on right. Like, yeah.
Speaking of CD, tell us about your cat and how you hid it from her.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, that was so bad. I remember, like, when I finally left UConn and with my cat and my mom being like, you survived. Like, you made it out. You made it out with your cat. Like, we were... It's so bad. I think even to this day, I'm scared to tell her that, like, my whole senior year, sorry. Yeah, she's probably going to text me when she sees this. Like, I remember one time Lou got called into, or she, not called into, but she was in the coach's offices and she had cat hair, like, all over her. Shout out to Lou. She is a real one. But she'd been cuddling with my cat all day. And the coaches were like, is that cat hair? And she was like, I was at my friend's house, like, thought of a lie on the fly. Like, a real one, yep. For sure. Solid. She was like, oh my God. She was like, I forgot to get the cat hair off. But I remember, like, having my cat had to stay at, like, my friend's house when we would do, like, the fire inspections. Whatever. When the people would come and inspect the apartment, I'd have to hide her and just... We had a fire drill once. Kia Nurse loves the story. And I had to, like, grab the cat and run out. And then I, like, hid in the car so nobody saw that, like, I had it with me. But
I can't believe successfully you hid her from CD. That's so impressive.
And I had her, like, my entire senior year, too. Like, I got her.
Oh, wow.
I got her in, she was, I think I got her in November, December.
Yeah, I was putting CD through the ringer.
Yeah. To this day, this is going to be how she finds out. To this day, I'm still petrified and, like, haven't told her.
I'm sorry. You're definitely going to get a text. Fans love your style, and so do I. What was your favorite fit from last season?
Ooh, good question. Also, thank you. I'm touched, flattered. I think it was when my niece was in town visiting. She's 10 years old, and she styled, it was like a Jordan vest. I think I had like a long button up underneath and like a white skirt. And my niece actually styled that one for me.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think that was my favorite look. And it was fun, like, because I have a group chat with my niece and my sister, and they would help me out with my outfits all season. Because I don't have a stylist of my own. I just do it myself or with them. And so my niece was finally visiting me, and I was like, okay, like, we can go through the closet together. You can help me. And yeah.
That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if I come to Seattle, I'm going to need her to come style me.
Honestly, she'd do a great job. She would do a great job. She's so cool. It's so annoying how cool she is at 10 years old.
Well, she's a cool aunt, so.
Aww. So, Gabby, the fans want to know, what did you whisper into Jules' ear after Game 3?
Yeah, that was weird. It got like went weirdly viral. And I was, it was just one of those things where I just said, like, all right, I was like, you little shit or something stupid. Like, you know, like, you got me, whatever. It's Jewel, it's all love. And I think, we always just make little remarks. Like, even when we would score on each other sometimes in like games during the regular season or whatever, she'd be like, don't do that again. Or like, she blocked the shit out of me once. I was like, don't do that again. You know, just like, I've known Jewel forever, just joke. So I think I just said, like, yeah, like, you little shit. And then I would wished her good luck for the rest of playoffs.
When you wore jorts, the Storm lost. How do you feel about that? 0-5 when you wore jorts? It's kind of crazy.
Listen, thank you for asking me about this. This has been like the most annoying thing, and like, it is so annoying. We were losing every game at that point. Like, we were on like a 7-game losing streak. I'm like, it's not the jorts, y'all. Like, we are not playing well. And it was so annoying because it would like mess with me mentally, which I hated, because usually, like, I'm not on Twitter. I got off Twitter a long time ago. Even my anime Twitter, it's not even fun anymore. I know all the basketball fans are on my anime Twitter, so I'm like, I got this to escape basketball, and now they've all found me. So I'm like, I'm not even on Twitter anymore. But I was still finding a way for me to like see this freaking thing. Every Instagram comment was like about jorts. Ruined a lot of my outfits that I had ready for this year. So joke's on y'all. Y'all missed out on a lot of good looks. So keep tweeting about jorts and keep missing out on some outfits.
Joke's on them.
I'm crying. Jortgate eliminated.
Yeah. I was like, this is what y'all decided to focus on? Like,
how about the basketball? Basketball? All right, so now it's time for our fun and games. The first one is the What the Fudd of the Week. So the What the Fudd of the Week is something that happened this week that made you go, what the fuck? I already have one. It is Miss Azzi Fudd dropping 31, baby. 31. First one of the season. 30 ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first one, but we know we're going to see a few more. I mean, you look in such great shape. And it's a 31, but it is the most efficient 31 in college basketball right now, which I really respect, because, as you know, like, scoring 30 at UConn is not something that happens a lot. But obviously, you know, you're going 4-for-4. Like, that's going to be easy, but because you don't see like volume shooters. And so you're getting this as a non-volume shooter. Like, you're getting this efficiently. Wow, this year you're taking the best matchup. Like, you're also, your defense is what has really impressed me this year. And I just think, let me stop hyping you so that you don't go talk to you. Oh my God. Stop gassing you. Actually, like, hold up, let me relax before someone takes you before
Well, thank you. I'm channeling my inner Gabby Williams this year defensively. You know, I'm trying to get on those boards. And that's where my What the Fudd comes in. My What the Fudd is Sarah Strong and her 20 rebounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
We're seeing a generational talent.
She is different.
We are absolutely seeing generational talent.
for sure.
Easily.
All right. So we're going to pivot onto our next game. It is called Thanksgiving This or That. So I'm going to give you guys 2 options and you're going to tell me which one you would prefer. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
First one, turkey or ham?
Turkey.
I don't eat meat. Yeah.
Same. What are
Wait,
you,
I didn't know
vegetarian?
that.
I was vegan for a long time. I'm a bit more
vegan.
vegetarian because going overseas, it's a lot harder to, especially in Turkey, I don't speak the language. So I still I never eat meat, but I'll go between vegan and vegetarian. When I'm in the States, it's much easier, or even in France, it's way easier to be vegan. But
wait, vegan is no eggs?
No eggs, no dairy, no honey.
No meat product.
No yogurt? No cottage cheese?
No yogurt.
No.
Well, cottage cheese.
Don't get her started.
As a vegetarian, what the heck do you eat if you don't eat cottage cheese?
A lot of things. They actually make dairy-free yogurt, which I eat almost every day, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Mashed potatoes or sweet potato casserole? Mashed potatoes.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato, yeah.
Stuffing or dressing?
Stuffing.
Stuffing.
Gravy or cranberry sauce?
Gravy.
Neither. I don't like either.
Yes. Yeah. Green bean casserole or roasted Brussels sprouts?
Green bean.
Oh, Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts.
I can't believe you. Cornbread or dinner rolls? Both.
Yeah, both.
Both.
Mac and cheese or scalloped potatoes?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Baked mac and cheese for me. Pumpkin pie or apple pie?
Oh, apple pie.
Sweet potato. Apple pie.
Facts.
Probably apple pie, yeah. Apple pie.
Dinners starting at 2 p.m. or 8 p.m.?
2, so I can eat again at 8.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
If there was a right answer, that'd be it.
Yeah. Host at your house or visit family? Visit family. I don't want to do all the cooking. So
as long as my family's there, I don't care where we are.
Aww.
That's cute. That was cute. I like to host. I like to cook a lot. I like to cook. I like to have people over. Yeah. Yeah, come over. I'll host that.
Do you
I like being the host. I will.
Oh, good question. So who's tasting it? How you gonna know it's good?
I'll be tasting it.
Taste tester.
I will have I'll have someone taste it. But yeah, I'm not someone I'm not gonna yuck your yum. I'm not one of the the vegetarians that's ew, you're eating that? Do you know what that is? Do your thing. If you want me to cook it, I'll cook it. If you want to eat it, it doesn't gross me out. Or it does gross me out, but I'm not gonna make you not want to eat it,
Yeah. Dress comfy or dressed up?
Comfy.
Dressed up.
Dressed up. Black Friday shopping in person or online? Online.
In person.
Word. Y'all pulling up to the stores?
It depends on what I'm shopping for. But probably in person.
All right. Yeah. When y'all fighting a grandma over a TV, good luck.
It's because online is dangerous. It's so easy to put everything in your... Yeah. No, it's too easy to put everything in your cart that you don't need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In person, you have a little bit more,
yeah,
discernment over what you're getting. Okay. Start decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving?
After.
When I'm at home, it's after, but at school, it's before.
After. But honestly, I love Christmas. So I'm bring on the pink Christmas tree.
I leave my Halloween decorations up too long. So okay. I'm mourning Halloween when Christmas comes around. I'm no, spooky season's over.
All right, ladies, that's the end of our game.
All right, and that is all we have for today's episode. Gabby, thank you so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed getting to know a lot of things about you, but mostly your anime. I'm excited to go watch some. I don't even know what I've
Spirited Away.
Okay, that's what I'm starting with.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
one.
excited to start. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. And listeners, thank you guys for tuning in today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to Fudd Around and Find Out wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll see you guys next week.